The living room was quiet, save for the faint hum of the TV we hadn't bothered to turn off. Sarah came home late, her cheeks flushed, her eyes glinting with something I couldn't place. Excitement, maybe, or defiance. She dropped her purse on the couch and sat across from me, her lips curling into a smirk. "I have something to tell you," she said, her tone almost playful. My stomach twisted, her confidence unnerved me. "I slept with Ryan Cole," she announced, naming the celebrity actor whose face was plastered on every billboard in town. Before I could process it, she leaned back, crossing her arms. "It's just a hall pass, right? We joked about it." My jaw tightened and I felt the air leave the room. We had joked about hall passes years ago. A silly conversation over wine about who we'd pick if we ever got a freebie. It was hypothetical, a game, not a green light to betray me. Ryan Cole, with his chiseled jaw and million-dollar smile, was her pick, and I'd laughed it off then. Now her smirk felt like a slap. "A whole pass," I repeated, my voice low, controlled. She nodded, still smug, as if she'd won some game I didn't know we were playing. I leaned forward, my eyes locked on hers. "You think this is a joke? You slept with someone else, Sarah. In what world does that not break us?" Her smirk faltered, but she doubled down. "It was one night," she said, shrugging. "A chance I couldn't pass up. He's Ryan Cole." She said his name like it was a shield, like his fame made it less real, less painful. I thought of the nights we'd spent building a life together. 10 years of trust, shared dreams, quiet moments that meant everything. And now she'd thrown it away for a fling she thought I'd excuse because of a celebrity's name. My hands clenched, not in anger, but in disbelief. "You don't get it," I said, my voice steady but sharp. "This isn't about him being famous. It's about you choosing him over me." Sarah's eyes flickered with uncertainty, but she kept up the act. "You're overreacting," she said, tossing her hair. "It's not like I love him. It was just fun." The word hit like a knife. Fun. Our marriage, our vows, reduced to something she could sidestep for a thrill. I stood, pacing to keep from exploding. "Fun," I said, turning to face her. "You think I'm supposed to sit here and smile while you treat our marriage like a game? You slept with him, Sarah. You made a choice." Her smirk was gone now, her face pale as my words sank in. I thought about the details she hadn't shared. Where it happened, how it started. Whether she'd laughed with him the way she used to with me. The images burned, but I didn't ask. I didn't want to know. Instead, I asked, "Do you even care what this does to us?" She opened her mouth, then closed it, her confidence crumbling. "I thought you'd understand," she said finally, her voice smaller. "It was just a fantasy." I shook my head, a bitter laugh escaping. "A fantasy doesn't break a promise. You did that all on your own." The room felt smaller, the walls closing in as we sat in silence. I thought of the man I'd been. Patient, forgiving, the one who always fixed things when Sarah's impulsiveness got us into trouble. But this wasn't a forgotten bill or a reckless purchase. This was our marriage, and she'd treated it like a cheap thrill. "I'm done being your safety net," I said, my voice calm but final. "You want to chase fantasies? Do it without me." Her eyes widened, tears welling, but I didn't soften. For the first time, I saw her not as my wife, but as someone who'd chosen to hurt me. She reached for my hand, but I pulled away. "I'm sorry," she whispered, the bravado gone. "I didn't think it had hurt you like this." I looked at her, searching for the woman I'd loved, but all I saw was her smirk, her casual dismissal of what we had. "That's the problem," I said. "You didn't think about me at all." The words hung between us, heavy and true. I walked to the door, grabbing my jacket. "Where are you going?" she asked, panic creeping into her voice. "I need space," I said, not looking back. "You figure out what you want, because I'm not sure I can do this anymore." Oh, the night was cold, the stars sharp against the sky. I walked, my breath visible, my mind replaying her confession. Ryan Cole's name didn't matter. His fame was just a detail, a way for her to justify it. What hurt was her choice, her smirk, the way she thought I'd shrug it off. I loved her, but love wasn't enough to erase this. I didn't know if I could forgive her, or if I even wanted to. The hall pass excuse was a lie, she told herself, and I wasn't going to let it define me. When I finally went home, the house was dark. Sarah was on the couch, her face streaked with tears, but I didn't stop to comfort her. I went to the guest room, locking the door behind me. Her apology echoed in my head, but it wasn't enough. Not yet, maybe not ever. I lay there staring at the ceiling, wondering if we could rebuild or if this was the end. Her hall pass had cost us something irreplaceable, and my silence, My refusal to play along left her with nothing to say. By morning, Sarah was gone. A note on the counter saying she'd stay with her sister for a while. I need to figure things out, it read. I crumpled it, my heart heavy but resolute. She'd made her choice, and now I had to make mine. I didn't know what came next, but one thing was clear. I wouldn't let her betrayal define me. I'd given her my response, and it wasn't forgiveness. It was the truth, cold and unyielding, that her actions had consequences, celebrity or not.